The rumor mill is buzzing. Canada might build engines for the Saab Gripen fighter jet in Montreal. This isn't just about new jets, it's about Canada stepping up on the world stage. The idea: Canadian-built engines powering not just Canadian jets, but potentially those of other NATO allies. It's a bold move, hinting at a shift away from US dominance in military procurement. The timing is key. Canada faces a tough decision on its next-generation fighter, with political and industrial independence at stake. The Montreal engine rumor feels plausible because it taps into real debates about sovereignty and strategy. This isn't just a fantasy, it's a story rooted in Canada's high-stakes defense dilemma. Canada's plan was straightforward: replace its aging fleet of CF-18 fighter jets with the state-of-the-art American F-35. The goal was to modernize the Air Force and ensure Canada could meet its defense commitments for decades to come. The F-35 promised advanced stealth, cutting-edge sensors, and seamless integration with Allied forces. But the F-35, while technologically impressive, comes with a staggering price tag: over $33,000 for every hour it spends in the air. Maintenance, training, and upgrades add even more to the bill, making it one of the most expensive fighter jets ever built. For a country like Canada, with a vast territory and limited defense budget, these costs quickly became a major concern. As the projected costs soared, doubts began to surface in Ottawa. Politicians, military leaders, and taxpayers alike questioned whether the F-35 was truly the best fit. The government started to seriously consider alternatives for the remainder of its fighter fleet, hoping to find a balance between capability and affordability. Enter the Swedish Saab Gripen, a jet that may not match the F-35's stealth, but offers a compelling package. The Gripen is less expensive to buy and operate, highly efficient and packed with smart technology. Its ability to take off from short, rugged runways makes it especially attractive for Canada's challenging geography. Saab's pitch to Canada goes beyond just selling jets. They propose building the Gripen right here in Canada, creating thousands of high-tech jobs and injecting billions into the local aerospace sector. This approach could help revitalize Canadian manufacturing and foster new expertise. So this decision isn't just about choosing a fighter jet, it's about shaping the future of Canada's economy and strengthening national capabilities. The ripple effects could be felt for generations. The offer to manufacture in Canada is real, and it's fueling speculation about even deeper industrial partnerships. It's a rare opportunity for Canada to become a true player in the global aerospace industry. Now Canada faces a classic dilemma: stick with the expensive, battle-proven F-35, or take a bold chance on the nimble, cost-effective Gripen. Each choice comes with its own risks and rewards, and the decision will shape Canada's Air Force for decades. The stakes are high, not just for national defense, but for the future of Canadian industry, jobs, and technological leadership. The Gripen is Sweden's answer to defending against bigger threats: tough, adaptable, and able to operate from short stretches of road. Designed during the Cold War, it was built with the idea that Sweden's Air Force might need to disperse quickly and operate from almost anywhere, even remote highways or forest clearings. This unique approach makes the Gripen a true survivor, able to keep flying when others might be grounded. Its tech is top-tier: advanced radar, infrared tracking, and an open architecture system that's easy to upgrade. The cockpit is packed with cutting-edge displays and intuitive controls, giving pilots a clear edge in fast-moving combat. The Gripen's sensors can spot threats at long range, and its electronic warfare suite helps it dodge enemy missiles and jam hostile radars. Think of it as a fighter jet you can update like a smartphone. New software and hardware can be added quickly, so the Gripen stays ahead of evolving threats without costly overhauls. This flexibility means it can adapt to new missions and technologies as they emerge. The Gripen E, Canada's potential pick, boasts Super Cruise and the Meteor missile, one of the world's best air-to-air weapons. Super Cruise lets it fly at supersonic speeds without using fuel-guzzling afterburners, while the Meteor gives it a huge reach in aerial combat, outclassing many rivals. Its real edge? Cost. At under $6,000 per flight hour, it's dramatically cheaper to operate than the F-35. That means more jets in the air, more missions flown, and less strain on defense budgets, without sacrificing performance or reliability. That means more flying, more training, and a more sustainable Air Force. Pilots get more hours in the cockpit, and the Air Force can keep its skills sharp, all while keeping costs under control. For Canada, the Gripen offers advanced capability without breaking the bank. It's a fighter that fits Canada's needs, high-tech, reliable and affordable, with the flexibility to handle everything from Arctic patrols to NATO missions. It's a compelling alternative for a country with vast territory and tight budgets, promising to keep Canadian skies safe while supporting local industry and jobs. Here's where the rumor takes off. Could Rolls-Royce's Montreal plant build Gripen engines? The facility is world-class, and Saab's offer to build airframes in Canada is real. But engine production? That's speculation. No official deal exists. Still, if it happened, it would mean a huge tech transfer, high-skilled jobs, and a leap for Canada's aerospace industry. It would also give NATO a non-US supply chain for a critical component. The idea excites analysts because it promises strategic independence and industrial growth. But for now, it's a what-if, a tantalizing scenario, not a confirmed plan. The potential is enormous, but reality hasn't caught up to the rumor. Here's the catch. The Gripen's engine is the American-made GE F414. US export laws mean Washington controls who builds and buys it. Even if Canada builds the rest of the jet, it's still dependent on US approval for engines. Any plan for Rolls-Royce Montreal to build these engines would need unprecedented US and GE cooperation. That's a massive political and industrial hurdle. The rumor is exciting, but the reality is that American control remains a major obstacle. Shifting engine production to Canada would require a seismic policy shift in Washington. For now, true independence is out of reach, unless the US says yes. What's at stake if Canada picks the Gripen over the F-35? Pro. The Gripen is far cheaper to buy and operate, freeing up billions for other priorities. Building it in Canada means jobs, tech transfer, and a stronger aerospace sector. It aligns with the government's push for industrial self-reliance. But there are cons. The F-35 is NATO standard, making joint operations easier. Canada is already invested in the F-35 program, with billions at stake for local companies. The Gripen, while advanced, isn't a stealth jet, meaning less capability in high-threat missions. Critics warn that switching could isolate Canada within NATO and risk existing industrial benefits. The choice is between cost-effective independence and seamless alliance integration. So, is Canada about to take over NATO by building Gripen engines in Montreal? Not quite. The idea of Canada suddenly becoming the driving force behind NATO's air power is more fiction than fact. But it's a rumor that's caught a lot of attention. The engine rumor is an exaggeration, but it highlights real debates about autonomy and alliance dependence. It's true that Canada is looking for ways to strengthen its own aerospace industry, and the conversation around local engine production taps into a broader desire for self-reliance. Canada is seriously considering a shift. Saab's offer to build airframes locally is real and significant. This move could mean more high-tech jobs, investment, and expertise staying within Canada's borders, boosting the country's role in the global aerospace sector. But the American-made engine keeps Canada tied to US supply chains and approval. This dependency means that, even with local assembly, key components and decisions still flow through Washington, limiting Canada's true independence in defense manufacturing. The real story is about Canada seeking more control, not dominance. It's about finding a balance between supporting allies and building up national capabilities, ensuring that Canadian interests are protected in a rapidly changing world. The rumor reflects a desire for NATO to be less reliant on a single supplier. Many member nations are rethinking how much they depend on one country for critical military technology, and Canada's debate is part of this larger conversation. Canada stands at a crossroads. Follow the alliance with the F-35, which offers proven capabilities and deep integration with NATO partners, or carve a new path with the Gripen, emphasizing local industry and a measure of independence from US oversight. Each option comes with its own risks and rewards. Whatever the decision, it will shape Canada's defense, industry, and alliances for decades, impacting not just military strength, but also jobs, technology, and the country's place on the world stage.